smoke when we all celebrate success. So now we
Hey guys, sorry for the lack of updates. I have been somewhat distracted with getting this vehicle fixed. The roof on the plus side, let me update you guys. The roof left Germany on Friday morning. I'm hoping to get the roof in later this week. I have no idea how long this process is going to take just to get the roof, but basically what we've said is once the roof has hit the airport and it's cleared customs, I'm going to take this vehicle through. She's going to, sorry, she would be the company, the lady that's going to redo the new roof. So she will take the top skin off. I've promised the skin as is, you know, with the damage, to someone I used to work with. So on his vehicle, his roof is torn. Hold on, let me put the lights on. Let's get some better lights out here. So on his roof, you'll see mine is starting to split here, but on his roof, it's torn all the way around the back window. Now he's got an actual Mark III, so he's got the rubber grommet, whereas this window is sewn into the roof. So, wow, what just happened? Update from a mate of mine on his car. I'll show you those pictures just now. So, sorry, where was I? Alright, so his roof has the grommet, and it's a different material to mine. But I said to him, look, mine has a hole up here where yours doesn't. Mine doesn't have holes all along the back here where yours does. So, if you can salvage, you see how this roof was starting to let go. I was always going to change it, it's just I never expected to have to do it in the situation that happened. But anyway, so I said if you can salvage whatever you need from my roof to fix your car, go for it. I'm not going to charge him for it. I'm going to ask the lady to keep it. She's probably going to protest a little bit because this material is quite old, but listen, his car desperately needs a new roof. So, new roof. Yeah, so he's going to get, basically probably only going to use this section. The rest, unless he knows someone. So what I was thinking, if I was going to try and repair this roof, is get someone to stitch as closely and as finely as they can this tear in the roof, right? Stick a patch on the inside, quite a big one, so a waterproof patch on the inside, so that the stitching here will hold the roof together and the patch on the inside will then bind the roof. And then it's just a matter of, now this is if you have a bit of a budget constraint, just replace this damaged panel. So you may not be able to see, but there is actually a seam here somewhere. So you can unpick the damaged section, chuck it out, and just replace this panel. And then I'm sure this roof would actually be fine. But yeah, I'm a stickler for things being done properly, and that's why that's why this has taken 5 years. But yeah, so the new roof is basically, the shell will come off this car. They'll fix all these layers, the waterproofing and the cotton, all the way down through the roof. So they'll do all of that. They'll fix the driver's seat bolster, basically get the car ready for when this comes on. So one of the positives of the new roof is that I won't have air gaps anymore. So I have started finding that as this roof gets older and the rubber is getting harder, it's starting to let a bit of air come in. I mean, this lets a lot of air in. If I'm on the highway, the roof whistles. So this is a oh, nearly adpocalypse myself. This is a complete stuffer. So yeah, so one of the things I'm looking forward to is a nice new seal. Apparently there's a new seal that should come with the roof. You can actually see over there, there's a problem. And then, yeah, this perimeter seal, I'm hoping, this side is not too bad. So this side is not too bad. And then we swing around the car to here. There's a problem right there. You see the other side had a bit of a flap. I don't know what happened here, but yeah, that's a bit of a problem. So I don't know how I'm going to get those. I'm going to speak to the guys at Mercy Cabrio Breakers and see if they can't sort me out there. And then yeah, once this car is sorted, bit of back to black on the black bits, get it looking good again. I need to redo this rain tray. See, it's all these old plastics are starting to go grey. It's supposed to be black. So some back to black here, here, along this entire rain tray, the lower part of the front and rear bumpers, and she'll be looking good again. Now, plans for Garfield. Weekend toy, no more daily driver. It's not safe in South Africa to drive this vehicle. This is what this experience has taught me. So yeah, I want you to look as stock as possible. Obviously now I've done some changes. I've changed the rims, changed the exhaust. And I must apologize for the sound quality on the last video, guys. I'm trying to tell you how mean this thing sounds, and the camera's microphone didn't really pick up the the full sound I was trying to portray. So sorry about that, guys. I'll have to try with a different mic on this camera. And something I noticed this week, some complete dirt bent my aerial. Thanks to whoever that was. Thanks a lot. I really appreciate that. Like, I need anything else to go wrong with this vehicle at this point in time. He really stuffed it up. I'll have a look at it later. She's a bit wet. Ironically, on the side where the tear is, was parked on the other side of this bucky, this van, and the sprinklers came out. So I just quickly ran over to move her. So anyway, repairs are on the way. Hopefully she'll get fixed. I wonder if I can get the swirl marks. You can see the swirl marks in the paint. So another thing with becoming a weekend car would be that she will get the full TLC that she deserves. So obviously I told you about previously, I'm going to fix all the dents, scratches, swirl marks, all the rest of it, fit the special item. I am tempted to drop her. I know I said I wasn't going to. I am tempted. And Joey mod the headlights. Tempted to buy, you do get them that are pre-Joey modded. I'll see if I can insert an image of what the end result I want would be. I could Joey mod these, or I could clean these up and shove them in the cupboard. Now, speaking of the cupboard, I've been doing some tidying up around here in preparation to get the engine here. Why do I want the engine here? Because I want to start cleaning the engine to drop it back in there. So I've just been trying to gather all the Mark 1. There's a bit of 3.5 parts. These are the brand new taillights I told you about. The last one's available. Sorry guys, I got them. Last one's apparently in the world. Original VW, mine. I've got a, this is the original exhaust manifold in this product placement. Sponsor me, take a look. So I've got the original exhaust manifold in here. This is an original Cami spoiler for Kirschwasser. Where's the logo? There's the original part number for you, in case you're looking. I've got inside here a new center console for this vehicle. This is the original radio. This radio I actually want to stick in Kirschwasser. I want to put the same MP3 iPod adapter into this vehicle as I have in Garfield. So I've just been gathering Christmas bugs. Come on, guy. You end up in the cupboard, you're gonna die. So I've been gathering stuff that makes sense in here. I want to get another one of these cupboards, so when the engine is back in the vehicle, I'll stick another one next to it. So I've been buying a couple of extra tools, tie rod end lifters, some easy outs, and then these guys. I think I've explained these before. These are for the CV joints, and I think it was, where's number 8? This guy. Nope, that's number 9. This guy. Not focusing. Focus, focus. There we go. So this was a pretty useful set I figured to buy. So yeah, so I'm just gathering stuff that I need to be close to the vehicle. I have bought as well for the engine stand some M12 and some M10s. So interesting thing about this engine stand, guys, and VW motors, or probably all motors in general. So gearbox side, when I mount the gearbox onto the stand for cleaning, M12s, good to go, washers, nuts, bolts, the whole 2G. Now the engine, I can mount the engine on where the gearbox would mount, so around the clutch and flywheel area, and that would sort of stick the engine out this way. Then I could clean it and carry on. However, I'm going to mount the engine transversely, so that way. So that's why I bought the M10s. Like I say, I may end up switching the motor around once or twice to get all the areas to clean, but M10. So I'm going to mount the motor transversely. That'll just make it easier to get to all the bits, to change the belts and all the rest of it. Then to put the clutch flywheel assembly on, and then put the gearbox on. Then it's a matter of taking it on the crane. I'll probably flip this guy around so that the engine will be over here. And then with my engine stand, which is still coming, sorry, my engine crane, drop the engine from here straight down. Good to go. So that's the plan. Things are moving very slowly, guys. Like I say, I am distracted with getting, this is my daily driver, I need her fixed. So I'm trying to get that sorted as quickly as possible. I have also found, when this thing was on the lift last, that I have the driver's side inner CV boot is torn, so I need to replace that. Which is why these guys are going to be handy, because I need to take the CV cup off, take the damaged boot off, put the new boot, pack it with grease, and put it back onto the gearbox. Oliver, what's up, guy? Psst, psst. What's wrong? The sign bugging you? Come, guy. So yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I literally have done nothing. What I wanted to do today, and I got stuck in with a whole bunch of other stuff at home. I wanted to take a wire wheel again, scratch up all of this, and then paint. So that's why this stuff is in here. Some end rust onto this rust that's was actually underneath the factory bitumen that this panel beater put in. So he didn't treat the rust, which means he didn't properly sandblast. Again, I paid him for that. He didn't do it. He just blew over it. So anyway, scrape this all up, end rust it, wipe it down with meths, prime it, and then stick this stuff on. So I'm going to try and start that this week. This weekend would have been perfect because the tenants are away, and I didn't want to be using power tools, while they're trying to sleep or whatever. But I told them when they moved in, this is a working garage, and yeah, there will be noise and everything. So here's my clutch and flywheel assembly. Here's some of the sandpapers and stuff. This is mostly junk in this box here. I need to go through this and start chucking away stuff I'm not going to use. So you'll see the drive shafts. Drive shafts are now done. So the long side will go here, short side here. I'm putting the stuff here in preparation for finishing up all of this. I know I've been promising to do that for a long time. I am getting there, guys. Put all this back together, clean up the engine, clean up the gearbox, fit everything together, drop it back in. Soundproofing will be done, wiring will be done. Starting here is going to be interesting because I only have the branch to basically the first knuckle. Why is this interesting? Because this guy's going to be loud. This thing's going to backfire. With no mufflers or silencers or back boxes or anything, this is going to be very loud. This is a Viper exhaust, the same, well, Viper branch anyway, the same setup as I put onto Garfield. Remember I said she had a 4-1 system, now she's got a 4-2-1. And let me tell you guys, I have a basement parking at my new job. This thing sounds amazing. I must maybe record with my cell phone when I'm driving into work one day and just rev the snot out of this thing. It sounds fantastic. Car fans at the new job are coming out to say, hey, what's going on? Pop the hood, let's have a look. They're going to go nuts when they see this thing. And that's kind of why I need to accelerate this, for two reasons. Firstly, this has gone on long enough. This car standing here without an engine, gearbox not running, it's irritating me now. I need to get this thing done. Second reason, when this guy is a weekend toy, where am I going to park it? Because I'm going to buy a new car which is going to occupy her space up at the top. So, and this leads me on to the next thing. The main reason that kicked off the cleanup is because I need to be able to park this guy over here and this guy over here. You see my dilemma with all this stuff. So yeah, it's becoming a bit desperate now. I'm hoping to buy the new vehicle maybe December if they have good specials. Otherwise perhaps end of Jan, end of Feb next year. I haven't decided what I want yet. Yeah, and now this is basically this is turning into a garage update. What am I doing? This is basically just going to be for solvents, cleaners, and that kind of thing. You know, thinners, methylated spirits, that kind of thing. You know, any car cleaning products, hand cleaner, and all the rest of it. That's all going to end up in this cover. This was always meant to be for that kind of thing. You know, without storage space and everything, I kind of got distracted. Now, this thing here leads on to another project that I've semi-abandoned, is my Delorean build. So what I want to do here is I actually want to build myself an airbrushing station in here. So this stuff gradually will start to disappear as it goes into the vehicle, but some of this stuff is duplicated, like the center consoles. This thing I'm not even going to use. I had a plan for these two bits and pieces. I might still try to execute it and wrap them in leather, but that's much later. That's when this thing is finished, and now I'm trying to play. So yeah, so I need to start going through these boxes and seeing what I'm going to use, what do I need up close, and start transferring them into the second cupboard that will hopefully come soon. Yeah, they've got the ramps, I've got axle stands. I've got a plan for these axle stands, I'll show you. Again, I'll try to put a picture of what I want for the finished product. I can't remember if I've actually told you guys this before, but anyway, we are known for repeating ourselves on this channel. So basically, I'm going to wall mount this thing. I still need to trim this. That's why this guy's here. Let's flip him over for now. Yes, that's why I was using that side, because that side's damaged. Flip him over again. So these will be painted, varnished, and all the rest of it. I just need to trim literally about 5 mils off this end here. And then this has got just enough space for 1, 2, 3, 4 axle stands. So this stuff will be mounted possibly in that little space there, or in this bit up here. I wanted to put the garage creep, which is under the rear boot linings, on that space, that gap there. Part of the cleanup has also enabled me now to get my desk kind of in order. So I think I mentioned before, this desk is going to go in that corner. Once we've taken some measurements to confirm that Garfield can fit with the desk there, and then the workbenches and stuff are going to come in here. Now I haven't ordered or paid for them yet because I'm still trying to find the time to organize the garage properly. But yeah, nothing really has progressed further than basically the last time you saw an update on this vehicle. And I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm hoping with the new job I'll be, I'm able to get home at 4 in the afternoon. Friday I was back at like 3:30, which was excellent. I've spent quite a lot of time with my kids this week, which has been fantastic. Oliver, psst, psst. What you doing, guy? He's just reminded me about this thing. I want to clean this guy up and spray it. Let me add it to the pile. So yeah, these are the rear anti-roll bar. This is the middle mount, and these are they go over the axle loops, I'll call them. So I was going to powder coat these and sandblast and then powder coat. I'm just going to fix it myself, same like I did with the mount. Same with this guy, same with all of these guys. So yeah, as they get done, once I'm done sanding and cleaning and spraying, and all the rest are going to end up in here. So that when it's time to go in, it's just a matter of getting them out the cupboard and straight onto the vehicle. And that's really it for now, guys. I still need to go through this table. Oh yeah, these are my brake line spanners. Those are very important. This is a regular shifting spanner. I should actually put these things into a toolbox. I do have a spare one, but I'll do that later off camera. So, a mate of mine is trying to tell me something. So let's have a look. And while we're at it, let's stick that thing on silent. Kerpels, what you got for me? Someone's been busy. Let's have a look. Looks like he's redone his axle. Wait a minute. Wow. He has been busy. He's taken this thing almost down to bare metal. That's amazing. I was lazy. I was going to do this with one. Whoop. And then I just went and got a new one. Yeah. I took the easy way out. I just got a new axle and slapped it straight in. But this actually reminds me now, looking at his axle and talking about my axle, where are my anti-roll bars? Those are quite important. And again, sort of illustrating the need, why I need to dig through and tidy up. So I don't have a clue where they are. They must be in the garage somewhere. Ah, spotted them. Phew! There they are. You see, I got and these things. I should probably add these to the pile. I need to get a new locking clip and new middle mounts, which I might import from VW Heritage or from Mark on Auto Horse. So yeah, I've got my red one, which is going onto the vehicle with the polyurethane bushes. And I've got the black one, which is OEM, which is going to stay OEM once it's been refurbished. And I got these. These are quite nice to get. These are originals. By originals, I mean just really old. Clear some space here. Sorry guys, this garage workshop thing is a shambles. So these are top shock, rear top shock mount covers. These are originals from like the 80s. BBS. So let me show you what the modern kit looks like in the newer City Golfs, and I'll show you why those are going to be important. So these are the modern rubber ones. Do the same thing. All they do is cover the top mount. These are also originals. Look at the difference. They are the same size. They do the exact same job. However, these guys have the VW logos on, so I need to clean them up. They're very dirty. Slap them in there. So now I've obviously modified the rear. There we go. So these guys, these modern ones actually fit better. So guess which ones I'm going to use. What was that? Still, it's nice to have these original ones. I'm going to clean them up. I'm going to spray them kind of a matte black. These are rubber, and these are a hard plastic. So I'll spray them sort of a satin black, matte satin black or something like that. Clean them up, keep them. Nice to have. But I'm pretty chuffed with getting them. Sometimes when you see stuff, guys, you just got to grab it, hey? Both hands. Just say, yep, I want it, take it. This stuff still needs to all be chucked. Got a new water bottle, that core is damaged, that thing is useless. That is becoming a problem. I need to get that in place there in the middle before I can put the windscreen wipers in. Unless I build a plate, just close up the hole until such time as I'm ready to finish the interior. But I would really like everything to be correctly in place before we start driving this thing daily. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy to drive the thing with a semi-completed interior, but things like, I was going to fit the auto aircon in South Africa. I mean, yesterday and today the temperatures got to 33 degrees in a Mark 1. I can't tell you, I've never driven a vehicle with the soundproofing, so I can't tell you if it's going to be any better or any worse. However, driving all my previous City Golfs without any kind of air circulating, they get really hot. They bake. Anyone who's driven a City Golf or a Mach 1 in Africa will tell you it gets really hot and really uncomfortable. So auto aircon, soundproofing should make the vehicle a lot more comfortable to drive. Let's just make sure this thing's closed properly. That was kind of the plan always, all along, to make this vehicle as comfortable as possible. So when I take her out and go to see my customers and my clients, this will be a real treat. Obviously the customers I go to will be customers where I can park this under metal carports or in a proper parking area. I'm not parking this thing and risking a hailstorm after all of this work. I think I would just explode if this thing got destroyed in a hailstorm. As our hailstorms are flipping crazy. Let me tell you. Oh, I'm just thinking about it. Sure, got the shivers. So yeah, I've got an original backboard there. It's unmolested. I've got another one that was cut. The popular thing, they call them 6x9s or 7x10s. Massive rear speakers. So if I was going to fit the rear seat and do everything, at least I've got the backboards. I have been leaning towards using these seats and then just putting the back seat back in. I can always change my mind and build the false floor later. But let's see where I go, guys. Right now, I just want to get the engine in the garage, start cleaning it. Start cleaning the gearbox. I want to mount the gearbox onto the engine crane, engine stand. Get the engine crane and just really start using this garage a little bit more often. It's nice out. I mean, it was 22 degrees when I walked out of the house to come here. Oh yes, another thing. Sorry guys, is this so in this corner here, I found a very nice large industrial. So that little fan there is seized, and I actually brought that down here to fix it with the aim of using it in the garage. But it's buggered, so I'm going to chuck it. What I am going to do is buy a large industrial metal fan that can swing. And that's just to stir the air while I'm in here when it gets a little bit too uncomfortable. So I found it today. I didn't buy it. I didn't have space. I also had the kids with me, so I couldn't really... I mean, it's big. It's really big. I don't think you understand how massive this thing. I had to drill 4 or 5 holes into the wall to mount this thing. But yeah, I mean, I've got this heater for winter, and then the fan for summer. One of the things I would like to do as well, the guys are buying sun shields, those cheap foam sun shields that you put on your dashboard, and they're cutting them up and gluing them onto the inside of these panels. You can also buy like a really sort of a cheap spongy soundproofing. Soundproof the garage, insulate the garage. That's actually what I'm going through. Not soundproofing, insulation. Then I have mentioned before the brush panels that come along here. I need to measure the space before I order them. And those, lucky for me, this is a wood frame. So I can drill straight in, and that'll just seal it as well, keep the dust out. When I've got 2 vehicles I'm trying to keep in pristine condition, I don't need all of this crap blowing into the garage. There's also a big rubber strip, which may not be necessary. I want the guys to come and tell me, because I do have this weather seal at the bottom. But basically this what goes over here is a much bigger version of this. So this garage door actually fits inside that seal. Now before I can fit it, you'll see some of the cement has started chipping away, so I need to fix that up. That's why I'm saying I need to talk to the guys, I need to come and check. This may actually be sufficient, and I may not need to fit that, but the brush panels on this garage and the single garage, definitely. Definitely. But right guys, I've rambled enough. I'm sure you guys are bored out of your minds if you've even made it this far. If you think the video deserves it, hit me up with a like, give me a comment, even if you give me a dislike and tell me I suck. I would like to get some more activity on the channel, and I know most of that is my fault due to lack of activity. I haven't had a chance to do the Delorean yet, and that's why I want to bring my model. I want to buy an airbrush, and I want to build myself a spray booth and all the rest of it. And the reason why I want to do it here, around this corner, is because it just seems like the perfect space to build a little workshop. And put a neon light up here, get some decent lighting. It's nice and quiet here. Where I'm currently filming that Delorean model is one door away from my kids' bedroom. So if I'm talking, narrating, and doing whatever, there's a chance I could wake them up. So I want to bring the hobbies down into the garage where they're supposed to be. I've got this table here for my Dremel and stuff. So yeah, I want to get some more usage out of this. And I did also find something which I'm not even sure I could use. It's a triangular type of scaffolding. So what I wanted to do is in the corners put the scaffolding in, and then along the roof. And like I say, I don't know, I have an idea, I don't know if it's going to work, but it would be part of sort of shelving and a ducting system. I'll have to see if I can find an image. I even need to find a supplier for this stuff. But yeah, certainly in all the corners anyway, I want to put this stuff. So let's see where we go with that idea, guys. I'm still kind of formulating something in my head. I don't really know where we're going with that particular idea, so I'm not going to run into it just yet, because I'm sure that stuff is going to be quite pricey. And let me tell you, that repair and finishing this, those are my major concerns right now. And these hobbies are pricey enough. And on top of it, I have to buy a new flippin' car for myself as a daily driver, which is not something I planned on doing anytime soon. But them's the breaks. But anyway, guys, I'm going to edit and upload. And yeah, like I said, thanks very much if you made it this far. If you think the video deserves it, if you want to just motivate me to finish this guy, hit me up with a like and a comment. It really means a lot to me. And yeah, I'm going to try and work on this car every night this week. Finish up this garage. My wife needs to come in here and tidy. Okay, that's my fault. I can't blame her for the bride. But the rest of the stuff, that's my fault, that's my fault, that's my fault, that's my fault. The seat's my fault. The rest is hers to sort out. I need to get some oil for this chainsaw. I see it's leaking from somewhere. That's the last thing I need right now. Anyway, I'll deal with that later. This filthy thing needs a good proper soaking. I bought some Prepsol. I just need to mount this thing to the engine stand. Nice thing is it's on wheels. And I do need to get 2 very high quality car covers. You want to go inside, boy? Anyway, guys, like I said, if you made it this far into the video, please feel free, drop a like, drop a dislike, leave a comment. It really means a lot to me. It helps motivate me to get this thing finished. I'm sure you want to see something actually happen with this vehicle as much as I do. With the weather being how it is, I want to start bribing people with beer and braais, barbecues to the Americans. Get people in here, and many hands make light work, guys. So yeah, I need to get some help to accelerate this a little bit. Trying to find the time and do it by myself is just not working out at the moment. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next update. Cheers for now. Hi guys, thanks so much for watching. If you want to see more and be kept up to date, please follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and subscribe to my channel. With your help, we can get this project complete and move on to the next one. Bye for now.